Welcome back to the Shane Show, folks. Big Daddy Hugs here. A little chilly out today, but warming up for a Shane Show. Hell of a week, wasn't it? So far. We knew it was going to be big. We knew it was going to be a big week astrologically. Started off with that full moon in Taurus. Opposite Uranus, you know. That's just like shaking up the whole game board of chess pieces and starting over. Are you starting over in your life this week somewhere? I suspect you are. I suspect wherever Taurus is located in your chart, you saw some major shifts. Big Daddy Hug sure did. The U.S. sure did. Are you following the elections? Oh my, isn't that interesting stuff? I get some inboxes saying, "Hey, what's going to happen with the election? Is Trump going to get in?" Of course he is. Astrology tells us a lot 20 years ago, because it takes Mercury 20 years to make a complete circuit through the signs. So 20 years ago, guess where Mercury was? It was at the exact point that it was on the election 20 years ago. And what happened then? We had the year 2000, George Bush versus Al Gore. You remember? 6 weeks before we knew who was president, went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court decided that yes, George Bush was in fact the president. And we all paid for that one. Whether it's a good or a bad, who knows? But right now, people say, "Shane, what's going on? When are we going to know who's president?" I'll say, look, it's going to be another 5 weeks or so. I'm sorry. I know none of us want to look on TV every day and on Facebook every day and see these memes and see this news, but I'm sorry to tell you, that's what astrology tells us is about to happen, folks. So don't get too tied up into it. Have fun with it. That's what I'm doing. There's some great memes going around, especially about Biden. Haha, Creepy Joe. Can you imagine that man actually being president of the United States? I can't see it happening, folks. So I don't think you have to worry too much about it. There's an incredible amount of fraud went on during this election, and I feel like Trump knew it was coming. That's why he signed the 2018 executive order regarding the elections and fraud. And I think you're going to see a lot of people go down, and I think it was planned that way. How you doing there? Thanks for tuning into the Shane Show. So yes, there will be 4 more years of Donald Trump making America great again. MAGA. Whether you like it or not, that's where we're going. Today, and this week, astrologically, we got so much going on. It's kind of crazy out there. So understand if you're feeling like life is a little bit topsy-turvy right now, that's just the way it's supposed to be. Try not to hold on to things in your life that are supposed to leave. That's the lesson of the week for you, for me, for all of us, to gracefully let go of those things which no longer serve us. Take off your damn mask and let that go. You know how weird it is to go into stores and not wear a mask and see everyone wearing masks, folks? What the hell? This world has gone nuts. No mask for this man. Hey, I might be on this mountain of being maskless, but such as it is, We all must draw a line in the sand in this Scorpio energy. Because what is Scorpio but boundaries? The sun is there. And of course, we got Uranus opposing it. We had the full moon opposing it. So the universe was forcing you to grab your marker and draw some boundaries in your life. Then, of course, the chips will fall where they may, and you will then take the path that you were designed to take based on the choices you made, and such is the great gift of the game of life. I'm having fun. Life isn't always supposed to be rainbows and cupcakes. It's not. Those are a nice aspect of life, but you have to understand that sometimes life is challenges. Sometimes life is change. Sometimes life is not wanting to allow the change to happen. And so that is probably where you are this week, faced with some aspect in your life that you know is time to change, and the universe is forcing you to change and detach from some things that are no longer serving you, and you have to then decide, well, what do I do? Do I go gracefully or do I go kicking and screaming? I mean, depending on the situation, who am I to say? I'm just telling you what the stars are telling me to tell you. You know, we've got so much opposition going on right now in the stars with this Mercury square Saturn today. I mean, today's a rough day, folks. Yesterday was a really rough day. I don't know if you felt that stuff. That was an intense astrological day. Shifts. Oh, so many shifts in my life. So many shifts in yours, I'm sure. Gotta keep this up. Thanks for watching, brother. I appreciate it. So going forward down this new direction in life as the stream forks and you go one way or another, but you have to choose. We will then come together on a new path, on a new journey. It's exciting times, folks. So if you feel like you're driving down the road with your foot on the gas and another foot on the brakes, just know, without technical about the astrology of the days, that's pretty much what is par for the course right now, okay? So we got the sun in Scorpio. The Scorpio is all about boundaries, so we're all putting boundaries down, drawing a line in the sand and saying, okay, this is my boundary in life. This is what I'm going to take, and this is what I'm not going to take anymore. But of course, opposing that, we've got Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus, the big... What is Uranus? Uranus is very erratic. Uranus is like a grenade. It's the unexpected. So you have the unexpected colliding with the sun, which is your identity. So something unexpected might be happening somewhere around your identity. Of course, Scorpio and Taurus will fall different places for everyone. That's where you need an astrologer to help you out there, and I can do that. This moon today and yesterday was opposing the big three in Capricorn, which we've all been feeling this Capricorn stellium of Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. These are the big outward planets. They have the most punch, and we've been getting punched. And then with the moon going opposite, it's like forcing us one way then another, forcing a lot of internal stuff going on, external stuff going on. So just know you're in it. We're all in it. We're getting through it. It ain't easy going into a store, putting your foot down and saying, this is my right and I will exercise it to breathe freely. But you sometimes have to do that. And who thought we would be here? Certainly not me, but here we are. There will come a time, folks, in the future when we will get past all of this, but it's going to be a little further down the road than maybe we initially expected or now desire. But we will get there, and it may entail a little bit more of us all reclaiming our power somewhat. I think that's what's called for right now, folks. Now, how do you claim your power? That's a $1 million question you're asking in your mind. Well, you reclaim your power by being authentic. So, how do you be authentic? Well, you have to instill boundaries in people. And so that's what we're all doing right now. We're all instilling boundaries in some aspect of our life. And in that instilling of that boundary, it is allowing us to be authentic. It is allowing us to feel like who we really are. And in doing so, it emboldens us to make braver choices in the future. And that can be as simple as, you know, not putting on carcinogenic hand sanitizer every time you go into a building. I mean, I have only done it once since this whole thing started. I have all natural, organic, Young Living Essential Oils hand sanitizer. It won't make your hand break out. It will not cause cancer. I highly suggest you check it out, and I can hook you up with as much as you need of that. It might be as simple as standing your right to not wear a mask at some point. When it strikes you and is possible to do so, it's very emboldening, and it's very heartening to be able to smile to someone and to give them that love energy. That's what's going on. Our superpower, our strength lies in us coming together as humanity to make the world a better place. And the powers that be, the elite, who know this and know that we are the 99%. We have that power once we're connected. So how do they disconnect us? Well, they make us all wear a mask so we can't even smile at each other. They depersonalize us, they dehumanize us by making us stand in the circle and stay 6 feet apart from each other so we can't hug people and connect. That's what they're doing. It's a war. It's a war on us, and it's a war on our future. So what will you do? What will you do to fight in this war? Well, you might not be a frontline warrior. You might not be standing up on stage at rallies speaking your heart and your truth. You might not be taking out your phone and preaching to the masses like I am right now, but you can, in your own way, make it better for those who cannot wear a mask. How do you do that? By not wearing a mask. Every person that refuses to follow the rules, massive non-compliance, we make the emperor aware of the fact that they have no clothes. So when we all just don't wear masks, then the rules that we wear masks kind of seem redundant, and people just kind of collectively understand they mean nothing, and it forces the politicians to remove them. And that's the path forward. So my goal, my desire, possibly my mission, is to inspire you to stand up and draw a line in the sand right now. And think of your grandparents who had to run against bullets, run into bullets and bombs for your right to not wear a mask, for your right to stand in your freedom and not get vaccinated, for your right to work, for your right to be you. They fought and they died in many cases for your right. You must fight for your grandkids. You must fight this archaic and dehumanizing and depersonalizing system that is oppressing the common man, you and I, sovereign human beings, free in our divine and sovereign right to live a life of happiness, of bliss, of passion. And if we must fight for this right, so fight we will. Fight and die if we must, but we will win this. Because we are the many and they are the few, because we are the just and they are the evil. Dark force that has been plaguing our civilization for generations upon generations. Well, Big Daddy Hugs is here to tell you your time is up. This is it. Collectively, we as humanity are drawing a line in the sand, and we say no more. No more will we allow you to chain us down into the belief that we are not enough, that we do not deserve to have freedom. We do, and we will. So Big Daddy Hugs is here to tell you, folks, you matter. You. Thanks for watching, Dustin. You're a good man. Set battery down here. We are crashing. It's time to wind it up. It was a wonderful time spent with you. I hope that I will see you in Moncton tomorrow at the Freedom Rally. We will stand our ground. We will, as a generation, speak with one voice to the system that we will not be enslaved by you. We will stand in our birthright as divine beings, as children of God, and we will say enough. So if this is something that sings in your soul, that makes your heart flutter, then join us at Victoria Park tomorrow between 1 and 3 in Moncton, New Brunswick, where we will collectively come together. You can get a hug from yours truly, Big Daddy Hugs, providing them all day long, mask-free, and lots of smiles. Folks, you matter. You're awesome. I hope I see you soon, and I hope I see you smiling, and I hope I smile back, and I hope a hug is the next thing that happens between us, because we need more hugs, folks. We do. And maybe it's just this Cancer moon making me all ooey-gooey, but it's the favorite part of my day when I get to wake up in the morning and give my mother a great big hug. I love it. And my sisters, and my nieces, and my nephews, and my partner. You know, hugs are a wonderful thing, folks, and if you're not getting enough of them, you're going to feel it in your soul. And that's the whole agenda here right now. So what we're fighting for is the most sacred thing of all. A sacred human act of hugging. That's a thing worth fighting for, folks, and that's something Big Daddy Hugs will fight for. Watch it happen. And share this video if you like. Join me on MeWe, join me on Telegram, join me on Parler. Okay, Minds and Telegram will be up shortly, but all the others are ready. I got a BitChute go more intense as my message gains traction, so we then must disseminate ourselves over a wider platform so we can still maintain our message. We will win this, folks, because we are on the side of right, because we're on the side of good. We will win. Big Daddy Hugs loves ya. Hug ya. If you're watching the replay, thanks for staying to the end.